Hello guys, welcome to my channel, and today I'm here to talk about Jujutsu Kaisen episode number 18. And the animation, and I expected it to be at the same level as the previous episode, but that wasn't the case. It is back to the normal Jujutsu Kaisen animation as always, which is always been great. But the thing is, the previous episode animation was just on another level, and by the looks of the preview, it seemed like this episode might have similar animation, but that wasn't the case. So I was a little bit disappointed in that, but still it was great. Like, if the previous episode was 10 out of 10 animation, this was 9 out of 10, and 9 out of 10 is still a really like good animation. So this episode was mainly focused on Fushiguro versus the N. Like, this name starts with N. I for the love of God, I'm trying to just keep it in my memory, but I just cannot remember his name. Okay, it's a really difficult one, so I'm just gonna call him Kamo, because he is the heir of that clan. And yeah, I'm gonna call him Kamo. So it was Kamo versus Fushiguro, and at first it seemed like Kamo was like he had the upper hand on Fushiguro, but by the end of the battle, Fushiguro definitely seemed like either they were on an equal footing, or either Fushiguro had a little bit of upper hand on him. But we are just jumping ahead. Before that, Fushiguro, he got a new Shikigami, the elephant one, something, and they also had some dialogues exchanged between them. And he was like, I think so, like, I'm the heir of the Kamo clan, and there are three families, the big three families. There's always a big three, as we know. It is Zenin clan, it is the Kamo clan, and the third one I don't know, but he's the heir of the Kamo clan. So he's like, I feel like, eliminating Yuji is a right decision. So yeah, that's why I am. It's not just the principal has said me to do, that's why I'm doing it. Because the thing is, I also feel the same way, that Yuji should be eliminated because he might be a threat later on. So that's what he thinks. And then Fushiguro was like, it's just, I don't care if I'm right or wrong, but you're not laying a hand on Yuji, and you're not gonna get your way with Yuji. So yeah, great. It always feels good when somebody defends their friend. And of course, like, Yuji, I think so. Yuji's, people might say like Yuji isn't that great of a protagonist, but for me, the biggest selling point for this show is Yuji, Gojo, Toro, and what's the other guy's name? Sukuna. These four are my biggest selling point for like Jujutsu Kaisen. And yeah, Yuji, of course, I feel like Yuji is a really good protagonist, but some people I don't think so feel that way. So Yuji, yeah, of course, it feels really good seeing Fushiguro defending him. And yeah, their fight, when it was coming to the end, and they kind of went into an open space. That's where the Kamo guy was like, okay, open space might be dangerous, and that's what leads me to believe that Fushiguro might now have an upper hand, but they are at least on an equal footing. At least that is the case. Fushiguro is no longer like below the other guy, so that was one thing. And before that, we get to know that the principal's other plan was that they leave like grade 1 spirit, and they have trained that spirit in such a way that if a flute is played, the certain flute is played, and they, like, the spirit senses that, like, blood scent, like, smells that blood scent on someone, that spirit is going to attack that person. So their plan was to make sure that there was like a tube kind of thing in which there was blood, and their plan was to make sure that the blood goes on Yuji, and whenever, like, the other guy, the Kamo guy, plays the flute, that spirit will come and attack. Otherwise it will not come out, it will just stay hidden. So it was trained pretty well, but that plan goes in the not wrong direction, but the plan fails pretty badly, because Maito's group decide to attack, which we already know they were just planning to attack in this exchange event for a long time. So they plan to attack, and they leave a spirit, the special grade spirit, there to attack, and that spirit kills the other first grade spirit that was planned by the principal. And we see Inumaki, he's the first one who encounters that spirit, and I think so that spirit's name is Hanami. I searched it and I remember that name. See, it's easy names I can remember, like Hanami, but the other guy's name I just cannot. It's a really difficult one, so I cannot remember his name. But Hanami, he decides to attack Inumaki, and Inumaki has been running away, and that's where Fushiguro and Kamo guys, like, fight gets interrupted. That's where the spirit shows up, and that first grade curse spirit seems pretty powerful. It's a special grade, not first, special grade spirit. So of course it is really powerful, and it seems like Inumaki, Fushiguro, and Kamo will be fighting him. And in the preview for the next episode, we see Maki and Fushiguro fighting that spirit. So I don't know, maybe Maki joins them, or maybe that spirit I guess takes the Inumaki and the other guy out of commission, and that's why Fushiguro and Maki are fighting him alone. But who knows what's gonna happen there. And one more thing, when somebody attacked, there was also set up that those seals on the wall, they would glow red if somebody else's curse technique or Jujutsu technique is used. From if an invader comes and tries to do something, they'll get to know that yeah, it's an invader. And Gojo always, of course, Gojo's principal, time to go for a walk. You already had lunch, so I guess it's a pretty good time to go to a walk. So Gojo always he just doesn't give a shit about any positions. He's like, I'm the strongest, he can't do anything. So yeah, Gojo just taking benefit of his power. And they set a veil. So mostly veils are set so that the people from the spirit from the inside cannot go away, go outside. And okay, I don't know if that point is true or not. I'm not sure. I don't remember much. But one thing is that you cannot see from outside what's exactly happening inside. But this time what they did is, it's you are allowed to see from inside. You can. It is not like it blinds you or anything. You can see through it, but only Gojo cannot enter that veil. Everybody else can enter and go out, but Gojo can't for some reason. And I don't know what their plan is. They were talking about sealing Gojo. But the thing is, if you wanted to seal Gojo, you would put him in the veil. You would put veil on him so that he cannot escape, and then attack him in that veil. But the thing is, they started attacking inside the veil, but Gojo is out. So what's up with that? Maybe they are trying to get Sukuna on their side, or maybe try to get Itadori or something. Because if they're fighting inside, Gojo's outside, so there's nobody's fighting Gojo at this point. So I don't know what exactly their plan is. And yeah, the principal has some guitar powers. Nobody cares. So that was about the episode. It was not that enjoyable for me, because I told you, for me the biggest selling point are Gojo, Itadori, Toro, and Sukuna. Sukuna we did not see at all. Gojo we see for a minute, and Itadori and Toro we just see for a split second. So my main selling points were not there in the episode, so of course I'll not enjoy it as much. The previous episode I enjoyed it a lot because the animation was just on a different level, but this time it was a normal Jujutsu Kaisen episode without the guys that I want to see on screen. So it was still an okay episode. I will be here for episode 19 next week. So let me know what did you guys feel about this episode in the comments below. And till then, have a great time. I'll meet you in the next one.